Today, we are visiting the Independence Palace, also known as Reunification Convention Hall, and the Remnants Museum, located in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. The city was the capital of South Vietnam until the end of the Vietnam War, with North Vietnamese victory in 1975. Independence Palace, known as Reunification Convention Hall, was built on the site of the former Norodom Palace. It is a landmark in Ho Chi Minh City, formerly known as Saigon. The complex covered an area of 12 hectares, including a palace with 80-meter wide facade, a guest chamber capable of accommodating 800 people, with spacious gardens covered by green trees and lawn. Most of the building materials used to build this palace came from France. From 1887 to 1945, all governors general of French Indochina used the palace as their residence and office. On the 9th of March 1945, Japanese defeated and replaced France in French Indochina in a successful coup. Norodom Palace became the headquarters of the Japanese colonial officials in Vietnam. In September 1945, Japan surrendered to Allied forces in World War II, and France returned to Vietnam, and Norodom Palace was restored to its position as the office of the French colonies. After World War II and 7 May 1954, France surrendered to the Viet Minh after its defeat in the Battle of Dien Bien Phu. France agreed to sign the Geneva Accords and withdrew its troops from Vietnam. According to the accords, Vietnam would be divided pending general elections. The 17th parallel would act as the temporary border until a vote on universal suffrage was held to establish a unified Vietnamese government. On the 7th of September 1954, Norodom Palace was handed over to the Prime Minister of the State of Vietnam. It was the home and workplace of the President of South Vietnam during the Vietnam War. On 27th of February 1962, two pilots of Republic of Vietnam Air Force rebelled and flew two A-1 Skyraider aircraft towards the palace and bombed it, instead of going on a raid against the Viet Cong. As a result, almost the entire left wing was destroyed. The reconstruction of the new Independence Palace started on 1st July 1962. The completed hall was inaugurated on 31st October 1966 by the chairman of the National Leadership Committee. At 10:45 on 30th April 1975, a tank of the North Vietnamese Army bulldozed through the main gate, effectively ending the Vietnam War. In November 1975, after a negotiation convention between the Communist North Vietnam and their colleagues in South Vietnam was completed, the Provisional Revolutionary Government renamed the palace Reunification Hall. The Fall of Saigon, also known as the Liberation of Saigon on 30th April 1975, marked the end of the Vietnam War and the start of the transition period to the formal reunification of Vietnam into the Socialist Republic of Vietnam. The capture of the city was preceded by the Operation Frequent Wind, the evacuation of almost all the American civilian and military personnel in Saigon, along with the tens of thousands of South Vietnamese civilians who had been associated with the Southern regime. The evacuation in Saigon was the largest helicopter evacuation in history. And the helicopter on the rooftop was a remnant from the Vietnam War. The spacious hallway is where you can access the rooftop and many of the offices in the palace. This area is the War Remnants Museum in Ho Chi Minh City. It contains exhibits relating to the First Indochina War and the Vietnam War. An earlier version of this museum opened on September 4, 1975 as the exhibition house for U.S. and puppet crimes. In 1990, the name was changed to Exhibition House for Crimes and War and Aggression. When you visit Vietnam, you will find that many of the people use motorcycle as their means of transportation. If you'd like to see more of our travel video, click the thumbs up and the subscribe button below. Please leave a note sub so I can subscribe back to your channel. From the beautiful Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam, we wish you many happy trails in the future. And thank you for viewing our video.